All right, I think we should be ready to go. Should be able to hear me talking pretty quiet. I don't want to be too loud because there's other people on the range. Get this camera set up. Get everything. Seems pretty good. Real stiff wind coming. It's usually this way every time I've been up to this range, which is like 4 or 5 times now. Hit a couple pitching wedges, 1 7-iron, then hit record. So hitting some 7-iron, just warming up. Felt real good. Might have drew a little, just a little left of target. Basically aiming straight, trying to hit it straight. It was maybe a 2-yard draw. On the course, I'm never really thinking straight, except for maybe with a wedge or something. Even then, I'm usually either trying to put a little draw bias spin on it or a little cut bias spin. Really, it's always going to curve in some direction. That was bad. That was a skull. Show you where the first few were centered. That last one was way off the bottom. It's chilly out, wearing a lot of layers underneath here. Much better. Still working on those feels. Same feel I've basically had since I was a kid. Basically keeping the club out here, outside of my hands, rather than inside. Because ideally I want them here, but my habit is to take them inside. So that feeling like I'm out here, and then laying the shaft down really just keeps me on one plane. But for me, that's the feel, is very much kind of Jack Nicklaus had that, where you kind of pick the club up and then flatten it. A little bit of that feel. So that's an old feel that I'm still working on 20-something years later, but really the feel I'm working on is not throwing the club from the top as much and really just trying to rotate, more just hit the ball with my rotation rather than kind of using my hands to hit it. Trying to use a little bit more of my body and delay that release. And you're gonna release. You can't really not release. That was a nice ball back in the day. The Callaway Rule 35s. Still like that ball. Hope you can hear me saying, yeah, mic should be on. I'm talking real quiet. That was nice. Real nice. Someone asked me earlier about maintaining posture, and not in the sense of at impact, like early extension or something, but more so in the backswing. Like if you can basically imagine your spine angle at address, swinging back, you want to essentially be on that, have your spine on that same angle. What a lot of people do is they end up standing up, which then requires you to come back down, just a lot of unnecessary movement. Really the feel is your front, your lead shoulder. When you get to the top, you're gonna get a golf ball out here. You want it basically at the ball, maybe the tee, maybe just outside the ball. When I get to the top here, I would put that across my shoulders. You know, it's just outside the ball, kind of in between the tee and the ball. If you were to stand up, it would get way out there. Now you can use a club, an alignment stick, kind of put it across your chest, set up, and just turn, and just try to point that stick at the ball. If you lose your posture, you're gonna see how that stick would then be pointing way out here. You want that down, and then again at impact, down. You don't want to lose your posture either way, going back, coming through. So just a good feel when you're actually hitting balls is swing to the top, feel like you're pointing your shoulder down at the ball. And then again, at impact, feel like you're pointing your back shoulder, your trail shoulder at the ball. Whatever you do, don't feel like that shoulder, you know, is going up and out this way. You want to keep it down at the ball. And if you're learning something, forget about the ball. Just get a mirror or put your cell phone on where you can see yourself and just take lots of practice swings. Lots of just half practice swings, and then when it comes time to actually hit the ball, a great drill, getting to the top. No, okay, yep, it's about where I want to be. And then hit it from there. That's a great drill for so many different things, not only standing up, but just your general hand-eye coordination, getting your wrist where you want it to be, your club where you want it to be, everything. Getting to a good spot at the top just allows you to fall right into the ball. You know, if you're at the top standing up with a cupped wrist or something, I then need to flatten my wrist, flatten my club, bend back over just to hit the ball. So if you can just get here, and I've said it a million times in old videos, really the golf swing, this, really just this move. That's the amount of arm movement in the golf swing. The rest is with your chest and your hips and your lower body, basically doing this. Then the rest of it turns, unwinds, and I'm back to here. The mistake is to use a bunch of arms. You don't need a lot of arms in the golf swing. That was perfect. I'm a little worried I'm going to run out of storage on my phone here soon, but keep going till that happens, I guess. Let's pump up to, let's go 4 iron. I hit 5 iron last time. Try moving this speaker. It seemed a little loud last time down near the ball. I had it on the tee. I'm going to compare it right now between the tee and the basket. Actually, since it is windy today, yet to try these little socks. Might want to mute your phone right about now for a second. Sorry, bear with me. Never use these. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to shoot another video. I'll stop this because this probably sounds obnoxious to the viewer.